Mason Mount injury concern. Now, Mason Mount's out injured again, and it's so disappointing. He was picking up some good form for Manchester United. I mean, the club has put out a statement saying Mason Mount is out due to injury. And there's a huge setback for him because he's having a few good performances for United. I mean, starting at false nine, he probably would have started this Liverpool game. Now, that is the big dilemma for Manchester United. And we're looking at what we must do in the remainder of the window to do this. But Mason Mount, this is the statement that he said. During the last game, I picked up a minor muscle issue. I had it checked and it looks like I'll be out for a few games. Leading up to and during pre-season, I worked hard to get my fitness back to where it needs to be and I felt re-energized, sharp and ready. I want you to hear it directly from me how frustrated I am, as I expected you are too. I'll do everything back possible to help the team in the best shape and help the team. Now listen, you have to look at this Mason Mount situation. He has become an injury prone player. Over the last 18 months, he's picked up four or five injuries. And again, it's so disappointing. He'll be out for 4 to 5 weeks. It massively does affect our midfield depth, and with only 24 hours with 24 hours left of the window, we need to go out and get a signing. And for me, it has to be Rabiot. And then listen, to replace Mason Mount ultimately is what we need to do. I think we've got enough cover for that 6 for now. With Mount out injured, Eriksen doesn't really seem to be in the forefront to be getting any minutes. I think we need to go out and sign a number 8. And who that number 8 will be for me would probably be Rabiot. I think he's on a free agent. It's easy to negotiate a deal. Yes, they want a huge signing on fee. And yes, his agent or his mother, who is his agent, will want a lot of money. But ultimately, this is a deal that works out perfect for Manchester United. He's an experienced player, can play that number 6 and number 8 role. So he does offer versatility. He's a quality player, experience, replaces that height in what McTominay needs. And ultimately is a fantastic player. Listen, it's come at a worse time because he was just starting to hit some form and he was an integral part of our press. Now, people are saying we should keep Jadon Sancho. That's not going to happen ultimately. And listen, he did suffer a hamstring injury. It's another injury. And Mason Mount, Chelsea have had us here. It's a 60 million signing. And he's barely played maybe 5-6 games for us on the trot. And this is so disappointing. With Mason Mount, you think he's going to be that player who will be coming on every game in the next minutes. And you look at that bench now, just a 65th minute, we need someone to come on and kind of offer a spark. We've got Eriksen, he doesn't have the legs to do it anymore. We've got young Toby Collier. And that's really it. I mean, we sold McTominay. So we do need to bring in another midfielder. Will Manchester United do it? I think so. I'm hoping so, because I'm people saying maybe this is something that they've put out so Erik Ten Hag can go push for a new midfielder. But ultimately, for me, we need another midfielder anyway. As I said, you look at that depth now. You've got Ugarte, Casemiro, you've got Mainu, really, and Eriksen for the number 8, but Eriksen really seems out of shape. And then you've got Bruno. We do really need to replace him. We have to try to get Rabiot. Yes, he might be old, but can play multiple positions, physical, and ejection height too. It's a long season with a lot of issues, but we're gonna need depth. So yeah, for me, I would go out and sign a new midfielder. Listen, let's see what happens. But this has been me quickly reacting to Mason Mount's injury kind of news. It is really, really disappointing because I expected him to kind of start. I expect him to start the next few games, but listen, maybe his career's over at Man United because we can't really rely on him. He's 25 now. He's getting injured every single couple of games that he's played. And you look at, you need players you can rely on. You can't really rely on Mason Mount this season to kind of play games. So, yeah, we have to go out, sign another midfielder. For me, Rabiot, Amrabat, whoever it is. I mean, Amrabat does look like the harder deal just based on the fact that he's going to Atleti. But, yeah, this is so disappointing. I just didn't expect it to happen. I mean, now, due to this Mason Mount injury, you look at going into that Liverpool game, Joshua Zirkzee will have to probably start. I mean, for the false 9 role that we're probably going to play with, it will have to be Zirkzee in that role. I do think they'll play that similar sort of formation and the similar tactics that we played against Brighton and Fulham. But yeah, we can't. So disappointing because, listen, for me, Mount has to leave. I don't think we can rely on him. We criticise players like Shaw Martial, Varane, all these players have been injured. I mean, Mason Mount's kind of injury record since being at United has been abhorrent, to say the least. Let's look at the injuries that he's picked up, because, listen, we have to get a better understanding of this. And then this will be the last kind of thing that I talk about in the video before I do end it. But, so since being at Manchester United, he's had 3 injuries, missing 27 games so far. He's missed over 140 days for Manchester United. And even before that, he didn't really have many injuries before, and it's missing 12, 13 games in the last couple of seasons. Like this, it must be something to do with United, and I don't know what it is, because it was an unknown injury in September. Now in March, he had another calf injury, and now it's a hamstring injury. Like, we can't rely on Mason Mount. And the issue is, when he does come back from his injury, we don't know how long he can stay foot for. The main thing you can say is a liability for Manchester United right now. And listen, we've got to be very, very careful with signings going into the future. I mean, you look at Ugarte, But yeah, let's see what happens. That's kind of me talking about the Mason Mount situation. I do certainly think we need to replace him. These injury situations are coming out of control. And he's just become the player you can't rely on anymore. Like Luke Shaw, like Martial was once previously, like Varane used to be. There's so many players that you can't rely on anymore. And ultimately, you have to get rid of them, because the best ability is availability. Ultimately, that is what you need. I'd rather have an average player play every game than an outstanding player play 10% of the games. Ultimately, you need players to be available. And the fact that Mason Mount is not constantly available is a huge disappointment. And listen, he wasn't even that injury prone before he came to United. It's just, ever since he joined United, the injuries have just thickened up for him. Maybe it's the training, I don't know. But yeah, the Mason Mount situation, we need to replace him ASAP, because this situation is getting out of hand and getting out of control. It's a huge injury blow. But so disappointing. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and peace.